to the leper colony called Molokai. I think it's a beautiful example. It's hard to imagine an example in the lives of the saints that is more Christ-like than what St. Damien did, literally volunteering himself to disappear, to become a leper, and to eventually die a slow and painful death due to leprosy. What greater image can you have of being Christ-like? It's almost exactly what Christ did in the incarnation, becoming one of us, experiencing the disease of sin that many of us threw upon him, and eventually being misunderstood and dying. Ultimately, Christ was sent to die, and that's essentially what St. Damien did. He volunteered himself to go and die for the salvation of souls. It's beautiful. St. Damien is also an inspiring person because, unlike many of the saints, he wasn't a great mystic. Right? He didn't have visions. He couldn't bilocate. He didn't perform miracles. But he took his priesthood very seriously. He said that one of his greatest sufferings when he was on the island of Molokai was that he could not go to confession. Powerful. One of the things he would do when he was on the island, when boats would come with more lepers, is he would call out to see if there was a priest on the boat. And normally there wasn't a priest because many of the priests were too afraid even to go on the boat with the lepers. But occasionally there would be a priest on the boat. And St. Damien, of course, surrounded by other people, the priest was too afraid to get off and stand on the island. So St. Damien had to shout his confession to the priest in the boat. He would do it in Latin so that nobody could understand. Just another reason why all of us should know some Latin. You never know when you're going to be stranded on an island like that. But there's a couple of very practical things that I think are beautiful about St. Damien. Again, I like his simplicity. I like that he wasn't so mystical because I can relate more to that. One of the things he said he missed the most on the island was he missed tobacco, good tobacco for his pipe. He missed good tea, and he missed books. Right? So kind of a normal person. But he reminds us of two of the essentials of the Christian life. And two essentials of the Christian life is the power of human dignity. St. Damien, going amongst the lepers, literally amongst the greatest outcasts of society, people were even afraid just to be around them, to speak with them, to have physical contact with them. And yet St. Damien went there because he understood that even though their bodies were literally falling apart, they possessed an immortal and eternal soul. And for that soul, everything was worth losing. In our modern culture, we suffer the sickness of not understanding human dignity. There are so many assaults against the dignity of humanity in our culture. The increase in depression and suicide, abortion, transgender issues, belittling people to their sexual orientations, and all of the like. And yet St. Damien is a reminder to us that what truly matters about being human is that we are called to eternity. And we might be plagued by sinfulness, by sadness, by depression, by confusion, but ultimately what matters is that we are called to eternity, and our immortal souls are called to eternal glory. And that is worth losing everything. St. Damien is also a reminder to us of the purpose of the Christian life. The purpose of the Christian life, you don't need to be a mystic. You don't need to have visions. But the most essential task of a Christian is complete abandonment to the mission, salvation of souls. So many Christians and so many Catholics, they feel lost in their faith, or they feel bored, or they feel unentertained, they feel uncaptivated. It's because they haven't abandoned themselves to the mission. And does not our modern culture give into that tendency as well? One of the plagues of our modern culture is the obsession with self-care. We need to make sure we get enough sleep. We need to make sure we eat healthily. We need to make sure we get our exercise. We need to make sure we're mentally and physically healthy. We need to make sure that we get what is our due, that we make enough money, that we find the perfect spouse. It's all about you in our modern culture. And yet St. Damien is an example to us and a reminder that the ultimate purpose of Christianity is complete abandonment to yourself for the sake of the mission